everyone, it's Krista. Welcome back to my world. So today I want to talk to you about these. The YSL glossy stains and the L'Oreal equivalent. Now, for any of you that may not know, L'Oreal owns YSL, they own Armani Beauty, they basically own everybody, and if they don't own them, Estee Lauder owns them. And if Estee Lauder doesn't own them, then Louis Vuitton owns them. So, huge powerhouses, but L'Oreal developed these formulas, and then I was so thrilled when they came out with these formulas. They are very, very, very similar. They're not identical. I have looked at the ingredients list between both of these. These actually have fewer silicones in them than these do. That being said, I actually prefer the formula of these better than my YSL glossy stains. And I will talk about why here in a minute when I do my demo. So I do not have anything on my lips. Now my lips look pretty pigmented here, but they are not. I exfoliated them to bring the blood to them, so that way you wouldn't be prejudiced because my natural lip color is not much different than my skin tone. Because if you look at the swatches of these two up here are my YSL. And these are the 4 lightest shades in the L'Oreal range. That is Pink, what's it called? Pink Perseverance, Pink Resistance, Lilac, or Rose On and On, and Lilac Ever After. And then that's the YSL number 7, which I believe is Coral Aquarelle. And that is number 15, and I cannot remember the actual name of it. And then, you know, they don't put them on the tubes. Now, you can tell these are ridiculously more pigmented than these. So if you're expecting them to be exact, they are not. And you can't tell here in my swatches, but all of these are shot through with a very sheer, or a very fine micro glitter. Very reminiscent of the YSL Golden Glosses. It's that same color shade gold, and gives very much the same effect as a Golden Gloss does, or I actually would liken them more to how a Chanel Glossomer glimmers on your lip in the sunlight. Now, I am much more thrilled with the L'Oreal over the YSL. The obvious talking point would be, you can purchase 3 of these for 1 of these. If you're being savvy, you can purchase 4 for the price of 1 of these. These retail for $9.99 a piece, but I bought 2 of them, buy 1 get 1 50% off, and these are $32 a piece. And these have just a smidge more product in it than the YSL do. Now, why I love these is because the YSL are so pigmented, and I do not always care for a very bright, intense, vivid lip. And most of YSLs are crazy, over-the-top, pigmented, sort of spring colors for me only, or going out at night colors. And I love the formula of the YSL. They are long-lasting. They're glossy. When the gloss wears off, the stain that they leave behind is beautiful, and it wears off evenly. Same holds true, I find, for these. But what I like about these better are they are not as opaque. Now, you can build them up and make them more opaque. Obviously, the darker or brighter colors are more vivid than the 2 lightest ones. Now, the funny thing is my favorite one is the lightest shade, because I can line the outside of my lips if I want to, and then put that on, and it changes the shade of it. But I find that it's perfectly and adequately pigmented for me. But we'll take that one out of the equation for the sake of discussion, because obviously the other 3 are about the same pigmentation, some lighter, some darker. And they get pretty vivid on my lip. I am going to put pink resistance on, which winds up being a very corally pink on me because I find they oxidize a little bit and really come forth with color. And because it's the newest one that I bought, and I only got to play with it a little the other day. So, just like the YSL Glossy stains, I put a layer on and then I let it set a little bit. And the applicator is not identical, but it's the same concept. This one's rounded where the other one has an pointy angled tip. The formulas are not identical. The YSLs have more silicones in them, which probably adds to why they're a touch longer wearing. Okay, that's just the first coat, and you can see what a good job that does. Now I'm going to go in for a second coat, because that's how many I wear. And it's very hard to talk when you're putting your lips on, so I'm not going to. So this is, like I said, pink resistance. It turns to a very warm corally pink on me. I do find, and I even had that with the YSL Glossy stains when I was trying them out. I'd actually purchased several and then wound up returning them because the color that they wound up drying to on my lip was completely different than they were in the tube, and guessing where they were going to oxidize to was crazy impossible. So this is the shade that's on my lips, and as you can see, that's very pigmented, even with the first coat, but definitely with the second coat. Now, I like these because to me they are much more wearable colors for me, because I don't like over-the-top lips. Now, I have found with our weather being really, really erratic, and today our high is like 42, yesterday's high was 65, last week we were in the 30s with wind chills down in the low teens, and these lock in the moisture and create this wonderful barrier. It's the same when they finish setting up. It's very much a gel-like texture, just like the YSL. And I feel like the YSL towards the end of their wear time, like my lips would stick and I couldn't move them. I don't have that issue with these at all. I do find that they last at least 4 hours on my lips, and you have to keep in mind I drink 3 liters of water out of a bottle every day, so I'm constantly disturbing my lip product by drinking out of a bottle, and it stays on. They passed the one that I used for the cheeseburger test was Lilac Ever After, and most of the glossiness was gone after the greasy cheeseburger, but the color was still there. So for $10 a piece, if you're not buying them with a coupon or on sale, do I think they're excellent value for the money? Absolutely. YSL, these 2 shades that I have, I really feel like I've exhausted all the colors in their range that I would be willing, that are in my comfort zone to wear. They did just come out with 4 new ones, and I'm not interested in those either. Oh, Rose Vinyl is the name of number 15. It just came to my head. So I actually prefer the Loreal to the YSL. Of course, I'm going to use and wear the YSL ones that I have because I do enjoy those when I'm in the mood. But most of the time I'm not in the mood for something that bright. These are just easy to put on. They don't flake or peel. I don't find they dry out my lips at all. I actually find the opposite, that it locks in the moisture and creates this wonderful moisture barrier for when I'm out in extreme weather and the wind is blowing. My lips are not getting parched and dehydrated from them, and I wore them 4 days running and didn't have any issues. Now, I still condition my lips at night and in the morning with a heavy duty lip conditioner, just to maintain my overall parched lips and skin anyway for the winter. But I don't feel that these did to me what is it, Revlon lip butters. Hated those. They stripped all the moisture out of my lips and made them burn and on fire. So there was obviously something in there that did not agree with my body chemistry. But for the money, I give these 2 thumbs up. And unless YSL comes out with, to me, what I consider more wearable colors, I'll be sticking with the Loreal. And so there's the final lip. You can see quite a bit of color. So if you guys have them, comment below. Let me know which shades you have, what you've found out about them that you like. Like I had said, the Lilac Ever After is not remotely this mauve-y color on my lips. It's almost red, what it oxidizes to, but it's still a pretty color. And for the money, I'm keeping it. So that is it, guys. I hope you found this helpful, and we will see you when we see you.